Dun, dun, dun.
Trying to
Dun,
go
dun,
live.
dun.
I think we are.
I think we're live.
Hasn't changed.
Believe it or not, we had technical difficulties.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
It's highly unusual for us, I know.
So
We never, ever mess up.
unusual. Well, welcome. Welcome to our most every Tuesday stream where we play Monster of the Week and bring you exciting urban fantasy horror adjacent stories with our lovely storytelling crew here. Today we have Bill as our keeper, and we are off onto a new adventure. Where are my
Yes.
comments? There are my comments. Brilliant.
So,
Cool.
Rory, you are just recovered from getting shot up bad enough you got sent back to your coin, and you are in Jason Grayson's well-stocked library and have found an old book that piques your interest. It's probably a few hundred years old. The author is simply Simon, and it talks about possession and how to cure it.
Well, that's bloody adjacent to a few things we've found so far. Might come in handy.
Michael walks in the room, just getting off the phone. Rory, what you got there?
It's a bloody book. I haven't managed to find anything that directly references whatever the hell is going on with Tom or these folks at the moment. But this at least seemed interesting enough that I wasn't going to lose my mind reading it. It's about possession. Some Simon chap. I don't know if he's one of your Bible Simons or not, but he is a Simon.
Demonic possession, or
I don't know. I just started reading.
it's by Simon and it's about demonic possession. It's probably a hoax.
Probably.
I know.
Most magic
all-
books are.
Yeah, I know of demonic writers. I wouldn't think Grayson would have a hoax book here. I could be wrong, but
Well, it's difficult to say how many that he actually got his hands on himself and how many are more bulk purchases, I suppose. But
yeah,
worth reading into at least.
we got something to look into. Got the phone with Lieutenant Deacon. Let's go downstairs, find the girls, and we'll fill them in. I'll tell you what's going on. We'll hope this will be an easy. Speaking of hoaxes, hope this is all this is. But we'll go down and tell the girls what's going on.
All right. How many of these do you think we're going to end up going out on before, Tom's presence is no longer expected?
The more you can do to figure out how we don't know where he is, how they're blocking the link between him and Rose. That's if we can't boost her signal, so to speak, we should be able to somehow look for dead spaces where we can't get any magic in or out. Does that make sense?
Looking for black holes, then.
Yeah, which is going to be hard, but I don't know. We'll worry about this, and then we can look into that more.
Bloody saved the world. I would have thought saving a friend would have been a sight easier.
Yeah, you'd think.
All right. He slaps the book down, stretches, and follows you down.
Mike looks at the books, kind of interested. And we cut to the kitchen where Rose and Edith, I assume, are having their morning coffee before they go out to Baba Java to get coffee.
Because that is all we do, is go get coffee.
It seems like that's our whole personality. We just go out to get coffee.
It's hard to go anywhere before you have coffee. You can't usually drive, so you need to get coffee before you can go get coffee to wake up.
Right.
Clearly. Truthfully, Edith is very, very concerned about Rose at this point because, it's been like a week since Thomas turned into a bucket of dust. And so, so she's got like a plethora of beverages lined up in front of Rose. There's like a coffee pot, and there's green tea, and there's white tea, and there's orange juice, and there's water, and there's sparkling water. And she's like, can I get you anything else? Because truthfully, I don't know how many of these are going to help because you haven't slept. And so I don't know if more caffeine is good or just hydrating you is good.
Oh my God. Okay, first, Edith is the bestest best friend. Rose, probably she'd like take the orange juice, and then she just kind of goes to sit on the couch and keep researching. She looks exhausted. Her hair is not done, and she definitely has not changed her makeup in like 2 days.
Edith like waves up to Kat, who's like floating around, and is like, go get her a blanket. Kat like floats over with the Afghan.
Oh my God. She just kind of pulls it over and keeps reading.
And Michael and Rory walk into the kitchen, see this spread of beverages laid out on the counter, and Michael just kind of gives Edith a raised eyebrows. What's going on?
Did you get one of the pink ones?
I have not gone to go get one of the pink ones yet. Also, I don't know the recipe, and I think it's 12 things. So, no, there's not a pink one.
No, I understand. This is first coffee before next coffee. I understand.
We got something we need to kind of look into. Maybe this will...
Rose, somebody needs your cheerful help.
Yeah, of course. I don't suppose it's got anything to do with Tom, does it?
It's weird, so it might.
Okay, sure.
So Deacon called. There's a daycare, and he wouldn't tell me what's going on, but there's been animal control, and an officer has been to the scene. Animal control got bit by a bunch of squirrels, and then the police officer left. His report is confidential, but
how confidential would we say it is?
Deacon says nothing super scary, but just sits up our alley. So it's just weird or something. The daycare is still operating, so it can't be that dangerous, I think. But
So
I would bloody prefer to not get mauled by a bunch of feral squirrels.
But wait. So the squirrels only attacked the city workers? They haven't been bothering the children?
Just the one city worker came there. There was some sort of animal complaint. He wasn't real specific on it, but city worker showed up. I'm not even sure he was at the actual daycare. The way the police report was separate from the animal control report. The animal control report apparently was called to the house adjacent to the daycare center. But Deacon wants us to go take a look at it because he thinks there's something weird in it. It might be.
Rose, maybe you can catch a gremlin.
That would be fun. Yeah,
Why?
let's go.
We need a box. Like, you can't bring it home and just let it go. Like,
I don't see why we couldn't just let it go. It seems like Kat would have a puppy.
well, yeah, but they break things. That's what they do.
We could get an actual puppy, or, for ghost reasons, we could find the ghost of a puppy, which would maybe be the saddest adventure we've ever been on.
I feel like the ghost puppy might be too sad.
It would be so much less sad if we gave it to a ghost little girl, though.
Also, wouldn't it perpetually be a puppy? So it would be like almost better.
I guess we don't have to clean up after it.
I would think that would drive Gerald crazy. Having a puppy in the house that mostly bothers him.
We need a ghost puppy.
I have a couple Neo puppies on order. They should get here in a couple of weeks. So
all right then.
Neo puppies?
Neapolitan Mastiffs.
Are these the dogs that run up the walls?
No, they. That was they're chasing somebody.
That took me a second.
Why is that funny?
It was just the way that everybody got so quiet.
I
trying to
was
figure
like,
it
what
out.
is she talking about? And then I got it. The Matrix. I understand now.
No.
No? Neo?
No.
Neo puppies.
Oh,
They
no,
run up
she's
walls.
talking about the dogs that just they have the agility to run up walls.
Yeah.
Right?
Seen Harry
I was
Potter.
just picturing like Neo running up the walls in the
I mean,
Matrix.
yes, that's more clever. That is more clever. I was thinking, just since Mike is ex-military, it was one of those military dogs that they used to catch terrorists who hide in
No,
trees, because that's
They're
a
too
thing.
big for that.
Okay.
Oh.
You've seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
The half
The
giant
Hagrid
dog.
dog.
Fluffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Except
big-
not cowardly.
Ah.
That's what
Well,
Neapolitan
no.
is. Anyway, let's. I'm gonna load a
You
few things in the truck, and then we're gonna go see this daycare center.
Rabbit squirrels. We're on it.
You guys, do you two want to come up with some sort of plan? If you follow him to the garage, you see him loading up all kinds of armaments into the truck.
Do we need these for rabid squirrels?
Well, if somebody's messing with children, I'm probably going to kill him. So he starts loading just all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah,
into the
but
truck.
should we
Right,
be
but-
bringing huge weapons to a daycare?
Can we
we can leave him in the truck and locked up.
really locked up? Because it's been locked up before, and bad things have still happened to it that have resulted in the truck later being open.
If we're getting called in for supernatural events at a daycare center, there's a chance somebody's messing with kids.
All
And I'm going
right,
to
fair
turn him into a
enough.
red mist.
I just don't know how much an automatic shotgun would help against a squirrel wizard.
Well, I still have some of those rounds.
All right, fair enough.
Lizard rounds.
To be fair, a squirrel wizard would by far be the least threatening thing I think we'd face.
I
You
don't
say
know.
that.
Can you imagine just a bloody ocean of the things washing over you with their little scratchy
Well, we weren't
paws?
talking about millions of squirrel wizards. We were talking about one.
Well, not a squirrel, not a wizard who is a squirrel. A wizard who commands the squirrels.
Definitely a
We're
wizard.
on really different places. I was thinking a squirrel wizard and how cute he'd be in his little hat.
All right, fingers crossed it's that one, and we can bring that home to show that can be the new pet instead of puppy, if that is the case.
I also
would
kind of
accept it as a
figured-
choice.
I wouldn't be going to talk to the little kids. The daycare center would probably be Rose, you, and Edith at first. Rory and I can hang back.
Or we could just make
I'm
Rory.
bloody delightful around kids.
Rory, what if you were a child?
I was just gonna say Rory could be our daycare kid.
Oh, that's true. I could do that one.
Although we are officially sanctioned now, we don't have to have these backstories. We could just tell them, hi, we're investigators. That's kind of
Yeah, but that was my
Novel.
favorite part.
I could look very investigatorial instead.
Rose, at this point, you really need to start taking journalism courses, or someone's gonna Google you someday and be like, "This girl is not a journalism student."
You
That's why
could
you
just
give a
write a
different
bloody
name of
article or two.
journalism students. As long as we always use Mary Stewart, if they Google, they're gonna find a Mary Stewart.
You could write one article.
Just
Be
write a
very
bunch of
cool.
articles, put them on a blog, and then that's a
That's
journalist.
fair. I mean, I'm a creative writer, but if I just wrote half of what we've dealt with, people would just think I'm a creative writer.
I
Yeah.
think you were very creative when solving a lot of the terribly violent supernatural problems that we've encountered, Rose.
Thanks, Rory.
So we're gonna try to have Rose go in there with Rory as her child to see if she can get daycare.
Okay, little sibling at best.
Okay.
I mean, we could make him a baby. Oh,
That
that
could
would
be a
so
small
funny.
child.
He could be a baby. We could. Oh my god! And then he could just run around like a baby, like a boss, like the boss baby. No. This
Why
is
don't
too
we?
complicated.
Why don't
Oi.
we just drive there and see what age the kids are before because we don't have to.
Well,
We could just
daycare.
search it.
Fair, cool. We should get in the car. We're burning daylight, and who knows? There might be rabid squirrels coming.
I'll have Bus Baby on standby, Edith.
Fabulous. I'm real excited about this.
About a half-hour drive from out the outskirts of town where you guys are. You get there. There's a single house, privacy fence around it, and it says, Bright Tomorrow's daycare center. Can't see much because the privacy fence gives them some privacy. Just a normal-looking neighborhood. One of the not one of the super nice neighborhoods, but not run down or anything. It's a reasonable middle-class neighborhood. 2-story house inside. You can't see much of anything. You kind of see the tops of like some sort of playground set in there for the kids, but.
And this is like a building, like a
It's a house
academy or something. Oh, it's a house. It's a house. Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody is running this. Cool. None of these children have gone missing or anything, right? Like the kids seem to all be fine. Maybe.
This, from what Deacon told me, it's nothing that rises to the level of any serious crime. It's just the weirdness factors why he told us to go take a look at it if we could.
Cool.
We might be riding right into another milk blizzard.
Well,
Let's hope we never do that again.
maybe I vote we just, as much as I would like to see Boss Baby, maybe we hold that back and we just go and ask what happened. Because we don't have to assume that everybody is just going to murder us.
Right. And we're allowed.
It's a lot
to
safer
ask
if you do, though.
I can't believe you said that.
I'll give small children about a 15% less chance of trying to kill me.
I don't think it's the want to. I think it's the ability to, Rory. Like you're a dragon. They're toddlers.
We don't know that for certain, Rose.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well, the kids
suggesting there's another dragon playing Boss Baby at this particular daycare?
Maybe
Well, I didn't think that until now.
maybe you two could just do your thing where you sense and see if there's any magic around before we go
Could
in.
do that.
I always forget until someone brings it up. I sit there and I use a bit of magic, and I believe with a 7, 8, 9, 10. I got a 10. Minimum threshold for it going well without a hitch.
There is some strong magic in this area.
Oh.
Pretty much, you can't pinpoint it, but everything's pointing at the house. With the
We're
daycare.
sort of getting a broad spectrum, sort of general microphone punching magic over there.
Cool. Well, let's knock on the door and be really nice.
Sounds good.
Did
To
anybody
the
bring that
potential
crystal?
dragon children.
Yeah, I
Oh.
always have the crystal.
Oh, yes. Good.
Good, just check.
And
If we look through it right now,
I am
Um,
curious. I think, Bill, you have the chance to define something instead of any of the rest of us right now. If Rose does look at me through it, am I like a tiny curled up little dragon?
You
Just
look
into
like a
person
dragon. You look like a dragon scrunched down and wearing like a human skin because you are actually a dragon.
Yep.
Oh, Rory. No.
Why?
Oh, no.
And you
No.
and when you look at the crystal at the house, you see like kind of like heat waves coming off of it, but in all directions. Like like when you're looking on a if you've ever been in the desert and you see heat waves coming off something, it kind of looks that, but coming off and in 360 degrees, all dimensions kind of coming off of it, just radiating. You can't pinpoint it from there, but somewhere around that house, inside that privacy fence, there's just this radiation of what you assume would be magic.
Lots of magic. Lots of
Well,
lots.
Very strong magic.
Just sort of a general, sort of wafty magic.
maybe they're just trying to make the kids smarter.
Protecting the kids? Could be
Jane.
protecting children.
Genius magic.
We don't have to assume they're murdering children yet.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they do, we can go with Mike's plan. Certainly. I haven't gone on a good rampage in a while, and child murder warrants such.
Okay, I know this is against my character, but again, I'm gonna urge against rampaging at a preschool.
That is fully conditional on child murder.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we should just go do this.
Michael grabs one of his iron rods and tucks in his belt and hands the other iron rod to Rory.
God, we need to get you
Actually-
guys subtler iron pieces, like a bracelet or like a glove.
You can't beat someone to death with a bracelet, Rose.
Okay, but you could shake their hand, and if they're like, then you
No,
know.
this is for beating someone to death.
Then you need the rod to beat them to death.
I just feel like we look really suspicious with all of these not weapons we carry around.
Fine, and Edith pulls out her little,
Before you guys came, I always had it in my toolbox.
with the holy water. This one's fine. See?
That's fine. It's a good hidden weapon.
All right.
Let's go talk to him.
So we walk up to the house.
Okay. You can. There's like a lock on the privacy gate that you can open pretty easily. It's designed so little kids can't undo it, but it's like, just like a 6-foot high privacy fence, so you can reach up and undo it. It's not, and it looks like it's designed so an adult can get through and unlock it pretty easily.
Cool.
It's not. It's latched, not locked. It's just.
I unlock it and peek through.
You see a bunch of kids running around playing on stuff. There's about 5 kids.
Nobody step on a child.
I'll do my best. The little buggers can get underfoot real easy.
Swear to goodness. Let's go.
Okay, they don't seem to pay much attention to you. Lady on the porch is sitting there. She looks at you. Hi, can I help you?
Hello.
Hello. I'm Rose, and these are some of my friends, and we have some questions about some weird stuff. Just being totally upfront here.
Suddenly, one kid says, "A dragon!" And all the kids stop what they're doing, look at you guys, and they all come running over to Rory.
Oh,
And there's 5 kids. "Oh, can you breathe fire? Can you fly? Can you breathe fire? What's your name?"
what weird things you all are saying. I'm just looking around at everybody like, that is so strange that you would assume that I could do those things that you're saying.
Nudge Rose. I'm like, look at the children. Are these normal children?
She just is gonna like casually try to look through her glass real quick.
They're all glowing.
Oh.
Like they're all just glowing with magic. The woman on the porch is just kind of. I mean, she probably not the first time her kids have the kids. They're not her kids. Obviously, you can tell by looking at them; they're not all related. Not the first time they've said something crazy. They're like.
She's
4 or 5
not
years
reacting like, oh no,
Oh
these
my
magical
God, a
children have
dragon,
seen the dragon or
Yeah,
anything.
she's thinking these 4 or 5 year old kids are insane, which all 4 or 5 year old kids are. So.
So wait, I think we would have probably discussed this in the car. Did this lady call in the disturbance, or did a neighbor
No.
call in?
A neighbor called in, both of them, not the same neighbor.
Okay,
So we
okay.
just got some word from the city that there might be some rabid squirrels coming from your yard.
Oh yeah, the city came by last week, and the guy tried to catch one of the squirrels, and then they all just attacked him. He ran off. I don't know what. I've never had any problems with squirrels. Squirrels actually seem to like the kids. And seem to do really well.
Yeah.
Rory's just kind of like wrangling the children a little bit and like just trying to be like charming with them during this, by the way.
And one of the kids says, "Do you like squirrels?" She's talking to Edith. "Do you like squirrels? I like squirrels."
Sure. Do you have a squirrel?
"I got lots of squirrels." And she does this chittering sound, which sounds a lot like a squirrel. And one of the squirrels runs down the tree and runs over to her and jumps up into her hand. And she says, "This is Simmy." And the lady in the porch, Gabby, no, put the squirrel down, please, put the squirrel down. Okay, she puts the squirrel down. The squirrel runs back on the tree.
I can speak with animals and magical creatures. That is one of my abilities. Was I able to understand the words that were just said to that squirrel?
She said, "Simmy, come here." And the squirrel ran down the tree and came right to her hand.
Oh my god. All right. Okay.
Oh.
Magic kids. Confirmed.
Ma'am, are these children like all from this neighborhood?
Mostly from around. Yeah, I mean, they're all from the neighborhood.
How long have you had them?
Let's see, the longest one Bobby have had. It's been coming here for about a year.
And how long have they been talking to squirrels?
Oh, Gabby just started that like last month.
Any other potential X-Men among them?
What,
Nothing. Sorry. Did forget how I said that.
Rose is gonna go over to Gabby and just kind of kneel down. And she's like, that was super cool.
Thanks.
How did you do that?
I like animals and they like me.
Is it just squirrels or like all the animals?
No, and she whistles and this little bird flies down and lands on her finger.
That is
And the lady in the
incredible.
porch, no, Gabby, please don't. Please.
No, it's okay.
You know where that bird's
don't
been.
worry.
You know where that
We'll
bird's
figure it
been.
out.
And the bird kind of says something, the bird flies off.
She's like, wow, that's really cool. You just kind of learned one day?
Yeah.
Can any of your friends do cool stuff like that?
Then this other little girl touching your shirt. Hi, I'm Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. I'm Rose.
Are you my friend?
I'd like to be.
Okay, you could be my friend.
Okay.
Roll weird.
Okay.
Edith is gonna come up and be like, I think that child just adopted you. I think you belong to this child now, Rosie.
I think I sure do. Okay. I got a 9, but I have an ability that's about sensing weird. So I can choose to succeed, but then they know that I know something.
Is that what you want to do?
I think so.
Okay. So you feel just drawn to this kid. But then you're able to pull back a little bit and be like, oh, holy cow, I was just going down a rabbit hole. The kid seems a little upset. And she says to Edith, do you want to be my friend?
Well, Edith's my friend, so she's already your friend.
Edith gets to roll
no.
weird now.
Actually, Edith is not going to say anything.
It's a smart move.
She's just going to stare at this child with like, don't touch me energy. But we're going weird.
Don't touch me.
Oh boy. 7.
Okay, you just barely managed. You still like this kid, but you managed to not be this child's basically, plaything.
Mm-hmm.
You're not infatuated with the child, but you still think it's you're still drawn to the child. You still think she's adorable and everything, but you're not basically wrapped around her finger.
Sandra, before I'm your friend, could we get to know each other a little bit?
Sure. She seems kind of upset now. The two of you aren't bending to her will.
Oh no, it's a game. Do you like games?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, it's a get to know you game. And so I'll ask you a question and then you'll ask me a question. And the only rule is you have to be honest. Because friends are always honest.
Okay.
Do you want to ask me first or do you want me to ask you first?
I'll ask you first.
Okay.
Who do you think's prettier, me or Gabby?
Well, I actually think the important thing is who is the most clever. And you seem like you are very clever.
But you don't think I'm pretty.
I also think you're pretty.
Prettier than Gabby?
I think that's a mean question. But yes. I'm sorry, Sandra. This is what happens when people are honest. Sometimes it's a little bit rough.
Rose is just gonna kind of pull Gabby away from this very mean game.
Gabby's back talking to animals anyway.
Maybe she's back with Rory. I don't know. Is she? Rory.
She's just back standing on the tree talking to the squirrels.
Oh, thank God.
And she's just chittering incomprehensibly, except for Rory. And Rory she's carrying on conversations with these 2 or 3 squirrels in the tree. And it's not terribly fascinating conversation because she's like 4 or 5 years old and the squirrels are squirrels.
She's speaking at the same level that she would with people, and that's young.
Well, no, because they're squirrels. So
Okay.
they're talking about nuts and leaves and nothing. It's all pretty basic, even for a 5-year-old. But
Okay, I'm gonna be like, so did these fellows have something to tell you when a bunch of them got together and caused a bit of a mess before?
Oh, somebody was trying to take one of them away, so I made sure he wasn't able to take him away.
Oh, okay. They all banded up to defend their teammate, did they?
Well, yeah, I told them to, so we need to stop because they're going to take Rexy away.
Why were they going to take Rexy away?
I don't know, but they came with a net.
One net for a bloody squirrel, you see. That does feel kind of odd. Do you know what sort of... Was this a policeman?
No, they said he was animal control.
Aye. Animal control. And...
And that
we
lines
were
up
told-
with what you heard. Animal control came to... There was a complaint about
but the
something next door.
report was private, right? You said?
Yeah. There was something next door. Animal control came and got attacked by a mob of squirrels and fled.
Something next door. Okay. I am going to... No, okay, I'll just ask her. Did this animal person with the net, which of these houses close by did they start at? Did you see him?
That one. She points next door.
Okay.
There's a
Well, I'm gonna
big
make-
oak tree next door.
I'm gonna do funny things with my hands and make funny noises with my mouth for a second. It is a fun game I'm playing, alright?
Michael kind of steps in front of you and starts talking to the woman on the porch to try and draw
Alright.
her attention away.
Okay, I'm gonna do my scry again real quick and try and get a read on if the big glob of magic is stronger in the direction of that house. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. For
Okay.
my weird.
And as soon as you start casting the spell, a couple of the kids are like, "Oh, he's casting the spell! Oh, cool! Oh, are you gonna make the tree go away?" And
Oh, it's a pretty neat
You-
pretend game we're playing, isn't it?
no, it does. It's if anything, it's stronger in this yard and like at the corner of the house.
I'm trying
You're
to
gonna- you're gonna-
hold that up for a second and use it like a metal detector, just kind of
Okay, you roll another weird. See how well you can.
Oh, not as good. 8, which usually means I get what I want at a cost of some kind.
Okay. So you get a reading like on the corner of the house in the basement, and then you get this splitting headache and take 1 harm. Something in there.
Rory, are you okay?
You get the feeling you got a pretty good read on where magic was coming from, and something didn't like you figuring out where it's coming from and kind of blasted back at you.
Well, I'm all right. I just got a bit of a. Oh, boy. No.
You want
good.
Advil?
That was no. It was just a very short migraine. Just tremendously brief. You know those kind that I get often
Yeah.
when I smell something strange. You know, sometimes like when we're in the basement. Like when we're in the basement and I
Oh,
get.
no, I'm following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to investigate the weird smell, or do you want to play with the kids? Either way is fine. I just don't think we should play the game over there.
Mm-hmm. I especially Rampage. That would be a strange game to play right now.
Be a weird game to play.
Then you all hear from the top of the 2-story house on the roof, "Look at me! And you look up, there's this 5-year-old kid who's on the roof of the house just jumping around. The woman in charge screams and it's like, Juwan, don't move. How'd you get? Don't move. And she pulls out her phone, calls 911, calls the fire department, says she's trying to remain calm. There's a child climbed up on our roof. I don't know how he got up there, but you got to send somebody out here to come get him.
Rory, go.
He's just jumping around. He doesn't seem to. She's freaking out because it's not a super steep pitched roof, but it's a pitched roof, and he's running around, jumping around and stuff, and seems to be having no problem doing it whatsoever.
Okay, so since I'm still talking to Sandra really quick, I just want to be, and I haven't gotten to ask a question of her. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, Sandra.
This was before that's happened. So.
Oh,
Sandra, you talked to Sandra before.
Yes.
You got this distraction. So.
We did sidebar, but I mean, I can just ask her right now. Do you know why your friend is on the roof?
Juwan just likes to show off. Show he's strong and fast. And climb.
Is he magic?
What do you think?
I think he is, and I think you are as well. And I would like to know how, because I would also like to be magic.
As I'm like watching all of this and understanding that, like, I don't know, maybe Juan up there is gonna be, I'm gonna sneak off and then go be a rat as soon as I'm behind something.
Okay. The Juan's pretty much attracting everyone's attention. Like, Michael's positioned himself on the side of the roof where everyone else isn't, in case the kid falls and starts to slide, so you can try to catch him. But okay, roll weird to see how well you turn into a rat.
Once again, 8.
Okay, yeah, you turn into a rat.
All right, and then I'm going to try and skitter inside of the house.
Okay. Roll a sharp.
Stop making me do that one. But I rolled freaking banger. That's 11 minus 1 for 10.
Okay. You find a hole fairly easily. Anything you can fit your head through, you can squeeze your body through. Mm-hmm. You go find a hole and you get into the basement. What do? You're in the basement. It's a fairly normal looking basement. Kind of, there's some junk cluttered around. Nothing super suspicious. It's an old house built probably the 1920s. So it's, unfinished basement. There's a furnace down here and,
okay.
Just a lot of junk.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do my best to conduct a more thorough search. I'm gonna, especially if I got like any more directional ping off my previous magic than below us, I'll try to move in that direction. Otherwise, I'm gonna just try and skitter around and sweep it.
Roll a weird and give yourself an additional +1.
Ooh. 6 plus 4 is 10.
Okay.
Lots of 10s tonight.
You seem to find against one of the walls, you find what probably is best described as a soft spot, not really in the wall, but in the veil. And the veil between worlds has been thinned already because of what happened before.
Of everything, yes.
And, yeah, but this is a particularly thin spot in the veil.
All right. I will first try to reach out and physically touch it.
Okay. You push through, no problem. And the other side seems very, very familiar to you.
Poking my little rat head about and everything, thinking about how I should probably talk to my people about this, but how familiar are we talking? Is it like comfy? Is it like
it's fey? It's
I step through.
Well, before you do,
okay.
Uh, a blast hits you
Oh.
from behind, and you take 3 harm.
I feel like I always forget how to calculate this. How much until I'm down? How do we calculate
Total
that
is
number?
7.
7. All right. Well, I'm more than
except
halfway.
since you're a dragon, I don't know how that works. And I don't know what the rules are for when you change shape. Because 3 would kill a rat. Does that just turn you back into Rory?
There are very loose rules for how that shape changing is conducted.
So let's say the rat, 3 harm goes to the rat, 2 of it just destroys the rat, 1 goes to Rory as you're back in Rory form now. So you had a total of 2 harm in Rory form.
All right.
And something just blasted from behind.
Just stumbling up against a wall, looking around, preparing a fireball, then being like, no, I'm in a house.
And you see little 5-foot-tall creature, vaguely human body, hairy, with little horns and goat legs. What are you doing?
Hello.
Creep around my area.
What are you doing creeping around these kids' area?
I found a way through the veil.
And I found a way through the veil too, right here. I think I've got precisely as much right to be here as you do, little goat man.
He starts walking back and forth, stomping his hooves.
I just sort of sit crisscross on the ground, waiting for him to get a little bit less surly after shooting me.
What are you, some kind of wizard?
Among other things, sure, I am a bit of a wizard.
What'd you come here to do?
I came here to check on what was bloody going on around here. We had squirrel attacks, and I check and see how much magic is going on. Turns out there's a lot. And that is disruptive for the people around here, including a bunch of lovely human children upstairs.
You humans. You think you're so special.
Mm-hmm. Us humans. Us human folk. We're very special.
Are you trying to drop a hint to him, or is he?
No, I'm
Okay.
just being
He's still.
Harari. What are you trying to do? Were you just excited because you found this bloody spot out here?
I'm just having fun. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with fun, but look, man, most folks over here don't even know that folks like you, or even folks like me, exist. And it can be a little bit disruptive. You go walking around looking like yourself.
He pulls out this big jug, takes a little swig off of it. You children are having fun, though. He offers you the jug.
I sniff it.
Smells like good whiskey.
I'll take a sip. Sure, screw it.
Okay. A little weird.
All right, sounds good. 9.
Okay. It tastes really, really good.
Cool.
You take
Nice.
another swig.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's get a
Roll
little bit
another
wasted.
weird.
All right. We're getting worse. 7.
You're liking
It's
it.
really good.
Take another swig.
Oh yeah. Should I roll another weird?
Yep.
All right. Oh man. Okay. 12 that time.
Okay. You start to realize, oh crap. You're already lightheaded. You realize if you take much more of this, you're not going to be on your feet for much longer. And you know what's going on. He's offered you a magical drink, and you're starting to get you're already drunk, but you're starting to get to the point where you're not going to be able to stand up.
Okay. That is some very good whiskey, and I am certainly for you. And
Roll another weird.
Max roll. Max roll 15.
Okay.
But I know the kids are having fun, but it could be a little bit dangerous. They don't even know what's the magic about.
You should just go. Leave us alone. Let's have our fun. We're not harming these people at all. You just go and have your fun. Roll a weird.
Oh, I know. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. You can tell he's trying to cast a spell, get you to leave, which we understand.
Bloody no, bad goat man. I'm not. You're trying to spell me. I can spell you. You know, I got nasty magics. I got magics up my arsehole. You don't want to know what sort of magics I have.
He seems genuinely surprised that you're able to resist. After having 3 drinks of his drink and he tells you to leave and you don't leave, he seems genuinely surprised.
Yeah, that's the sort of guy I am. Huh? I'm a big magic man. Mm-hmm. And you are also a big magic. We just got to be careful for the not magics. Because we get in things sometimes and they don't know what's going on. They just sort of go and see cinema sometimes. You know, that's what the people do. And we gotta like hang out and magics in the place where they're not the cinema.
Fine. I'll go back. If you
feel like coming back here, like there's bloody empty fields. Like try Kansas. Kansas has got bloody places where you can do all sorts of fun things with Karen, and you'd never be bugging no one. Huh?
Doesn't sound like much fun. He just walks back through the wall. You can see can't really see it with your eyes, but you kind of sense the veil kind of thickens up just ever so slightly after he passes through. Kind of like he went through a tent and zipped it shut.
Oh boy. I'm not talking to no one now. And then I'm going to try and try to find like a little basement window or something to flop out of.
Okay. What do you do with the jug?
Does it have a little stopper in it?
Yep.
Oh, bad.
Actually, no. He had the stopper with him. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hold my hand off of it. Let's try to roll out of a window or something.
You come through. We come back to the group now, and fire department responds rather quickly. There's a bunch of firemen. They've got a ladder and they're getting up and grab this kid. And kids, they have to try to talk him to come to him because he wants to run away, and the firefighters all kind of freaked out. But he comes to the guy, and they grab him, carry him back down the ladder, and you kind of see out of the corner of your eye, you see Rory come crawling out of the window, holding a jug of whiskey. He's kind of got muddle over his chest now, and you see him come out. He's obviously drunk with a big jug of whiskey.
I turn Sandy so that she's not looking at him. And I put on my most serious face because I cannot believe I'm uttering these words. Sandra, where did you get your magic? Because we can't be friends if you can't share.
I don't know. We got magic. Where'd you get the dragon?
He fell out of the sky. Actually, that's a fairy gave him to me.
What was her name?
Fairies don't really give you their real names because then it gives control over them. And if a fairy ever asks you for your name, you tell them it is Lucius Malfoy because you don't be giving fairies your name.
Okay.
I got a bottle.
Michael's just...
No, you don't understand. I saved the day with it.
Rory?
Mm-hmm.
Can we have the bottle?
Well, you don't want to drink it though. I mean,
Oh.
I'm.
You've been
Nobody
gone
wants
for
to drink.
5 minutes and you got a magical bottle to get drunk. How? Why?
Oh, I was bloody. You wouldn't believe how good it was. I got him. I got the little goat man, and I got him to leave because I'm a bloody good one. I am.
Edith smells it.
It smells good.
Yeah, no, Edith. It smells magic. Edith is not going to drink it.
Let's go back to the truck while we have all the firemen here to distract.
We don't need the automatic rampage guns.
Let's just get back in the truck.
Come on, Rory. And Rose just kind of put an arm around him and start walking him out.
Oh no! Don't be getting frisky or nothing with me. I'm going steady. With
I
the
know
lady.
you're quite taken. Come
Mhm,
on.
mhm. I don't know if she's the search for Mort and the. I don't know. I should talk. to
Yeah.
Susan.
No, it's all okay. You can tell everything.
Can I call her? Should I call her?
You call her?
Don't
No,
call
don't
her
call
now.
her right now.
Why?
Maybe later. Let's get you home where it's a
Alright,
safe
alright.
place.
Michael gets Rory in the front seat, buckles him up.
Oh,
Edith
you're
stays,
getting a bit frisky with me too, like.
Edith stays with Sandra for one more second and actually like gets down to her and drops all pretense and is like, no, actually, really, Sandra, if a fairy comes and asks you to go with them, don't go.
Okay. She seems to take you very seriously.
Okay. Promise you won't let your friends either,
Okay.
because they seem to look up to you, and that's really cool.
Okay.
And Edith like tussles her hair and walks back to the
You get back in the vehicle and
bottle. Rory, what is this? Did you drink fairy whiskey?
It's like goat man. So might have been a satyr or the other one. Because
Don't-
there's lots of little goat
Fawn.
people. It could have been one of them.
Don't eat their food.
I don't know. He was.
did we fix the problem, Rose?
He went back.
Can you look?
He went back through
Oh
the tent.
yeah, and she'll look.
He went back through the
It's
tent
still
flap.
radiating strong magic.
We didn't fix anything.
No, we went back through the tent flap.
Did you close it?
Not like all the way.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that one. I was just a guy in a basement. I figured it'd be weird if I hung around too long.
It was just a guy in a basement.
So you got drunk and called out through a window?
Mm-hmm. Why?
We have
You know, I'm really proud of Rory for being honest about this one.
Rory is drunk. He is incapable of lying right now.
I don't know what you're. Sky.
We should
Blood
let him
green.
talk.
I did it. Edith.
But you left the door
Let's
open.
go find out if coffee sobers up dragons.
Sounds good.
If you think you're gonna vomit, roll the window down.
No, I have a notoriously strong. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Did we give that sweet poor woman who has no idea that this is all real some sort of card so she can call us?
Oh, Edith hops out of the car real quick because we're not driving it. She's gonna hop back to the lady, run back to the where she is, and be like, "Hey, I think there's like a leak, a gas leak in your basement. I really, really think that you should not let your children down there until the city checks it out, and we'll probably be back to check it out more. And in the meantime,
I never let the children in the basement.
you have lots of children in the basement.
I've never let the children in the basement.
But I didn't see any.
Cool. We'll continue doing that. Why did you let the children in the?
The basement's not really safe. I got all kinds of junk down there. I haven't childproofed that.
No, that's
Wait, but like what kind of
the attic.
How many are there with her right now?
I went. Rose, did you come with me?
Rose would have run off with Edith.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Die.
It's like it's just good.
Oh, wait. You don't let them in the basement?
No, I only have the main floor flat childproofed in the yard. I don't know how Juwan got up on the roof. I got to figure out there's no way he could have done that.
Silly question. Would you mind if just super quick. Me and my wonderful friend here, Edith, checked out your basement. We're just a little really worried, honestly, about potential gas leaks, and it might be a good idea to just check it real quick.
Roll to manipulate someone. That's your specialty, right?
It's my one good skill. I can't fight worth a damn, but I can lie. I got a 12.
Okay. Sure, just be careful. It is, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff hanging out. So,
Can we also check your attic?
sure.
Thank you so much.
I don't really have an attic. I have a
Crawl
she has
space.
like a crawl space you can look in. But
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go real quick.
we'll
Mike,
go
we'll be right back.
it's an old basement.
Mhm.
Nothing. Okay, when you're looking through the, you look first through and you see just a bunch of junk, poorly lit. It's an old 1920s house. There's a old furnace, bunch of brickwork. You look through with a crystal, and you see against one of the walls there's an opening that you can only see through the crystal, and it's emanating. That's where all the magic is coming out of.
Should just hold the crystal up for Edith to peek as well.
So it's all coming from over there.
Yeah.
Can you just spell it closed?
You could try.
Hold on, let me see if Edith inadvertently has anything that might help with this. Oh my god, why is this being so weird? Erg. Not really.
Okay. Well, let's try spelling it closed.
Okay, good. Roll weird.
How bad could this go?
Edith just takes out her little water gun of holy water, which she knows very well is probably not going to do anything against a freaking satyr. And she also takes out the iron bar, which will probably do something against a satyr.
Rose just looks at the iron bar and sighs a little, and then she'll try the magic. She got a 12.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just chaotic casting.
The gate, you can if you look through the crystal, you see it just shrinking.
Oh, it's actually working. Oh, that's so cool. And she'll show Edith through the crystal.
Is there any other magic residue in the room?
No, but roll sharp. For Edith, she's the one looking through the crystal.
Perfect.
6. Oh boy. Oh god, that's a 5.
Okay. Yep, you see the portal closing. So.
Great. Great.
I'm sure nothing bad is happening. Well, cool. I mean, is that all we had to do?
Surely not. But I mean, we can go, and if any more rabid squirrels happen, we can come back.
I guess that's true. I mean, if Rory's right, the fawn or the satyr didn't seem to want to hurt the kids. At least not intentionally.
Is there dust on the floor?
Well, there's dust everywhere. It's a dirty basement. There's junk everywhere.
Edith pulls out a little notebook and just scribbles a note on it and tapes it to the wall right by where they closed the door, and it says, "Sorry we closed your door, but this isn't your house, so find another one." You're welcome.
Thanks, smiley face.
No smiley face. No.
Smiley face.
We're trying to be polite, but not really. We're not just
But
smiling.
text etiquette says exclamation point or smiley face. That's
don't.
how you make it polite.
Rose, I don't think satyrs text.
Okay, I don't think satyrs look for proper grammar.
Well, good, because this is not proper grammar.
Okay, it's fine. Don't put the smiley face.
Oh my god, we'll put the smiley face. There's like a giant smiley face down at the bottom now. It's just like
But if I know one
lines.
thing about the Fae, it's that they are very playful and want to have a good time. So a smiley face is non-threatening.
Edith adds a tongue.
There you go. That's mischievous. It's perfect.
Okay. You slap on the wall. Do anything else?
Is there anything that was left down here that does not look human?
Yeah, anything that would shine is like weird.
You see a couple hoof prints in the dust. So you think Rory wasn't just making stuff up or not just having a drunken delusion.
Wow.
Is there any, I mean, this is like a demon thing, but is there any salt down here? Could we like put a little line that's like, do not cross, please?
I don't think that'll do anything for the Fae.
I don't know what that does to Fae. I know what it does to demons.
I don't think it does anything to the Fae.
Okay, perfect.
You know Michael has all kinds of stuff in the truck.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen, gallons of holy water, salt, powdered silver, all kinds of stuff.
But I also know that telling them they have to leave often works.
That's
So
fair.
Edith, I read this on TikTok. Edith, grabs, there's, a metal pan. She grabs it and smacks it with the iron thing and is like, be gone! Anything that wishes these children harm. Boom. There, it's cleansed.
That makes sense to me.
That's what TikTok says.
Honestly, that checks.
I'm going to have to ask Gerald if that's real or not.
If you saw it on TikTok.
There's a 50-50 chance of it being absolute garbage.
Right. I'd say 60-40. It's
Okay.
fine. Let's
If it's garbage, it didn't hurt anything. So here
right.
we go. So we'll go back upstairs and tell the lady that we think there are no more leaks, but nobody should go in the basement anyway.
Right.
And don't take down the note, probably.
And don't take down the note.
She seems kind of okay.
But otherwise, it's probably good. Probably.
All right. And the kids are back to playing and everything. Seem
Ooh.
unfazed.
Hey, Gabby. And she'll
Yeah? She comes running up.
can you still call your friends?
She starts chittering this incomprehensible speech, and one of the squirrels runs down the tree, sits at her feet, and she says, Miss Maggie doesn't want the squirrels to play with the squirrels, so.
Yeah, I get that. Just be careful with them, okay? And
They're my friends. They won't hurt me.
Definitely. Let's just be really careful, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. And if anything weird happens, you tell your teacher to call us, okay?
Okay.
All right. And she'll just kind of look back to Edith with a, I don't know, look.
Edith is also like, I don't know. I don't do kids.
I'm not really sure why they still have superpowers.
They clearly ate something or made a deal with someone, and unfortunately they're fine.
No. But kids will eat anything.
Yep. And you know what? We cannot shield them from everything. They're going to have to learn some hard lessons. And I told Sandra not to let any of them get stolen.
Children.
They are children. You know what? You and I were children too once. And life sometimes just sucks. And you've just got to get through it. And hopefully you have friends there to catch you. So maybe Sandra can do some good, and Gabby with her army of squirrels. We can just hope for the best. Maybe they would have done a better job fighting Cthulhu. I don't know.
Okay, let's go get you some coffee. Come on.
We go back to the van, where we'd rejoin Rory, who I'm assuming has passed out, maybe.
And then I'm telling him you can't put that many bees inside of a laundromat. That's bad planning.
So, did you find anything in the basement?
I think we closed it, and we put a note saying you're not welcome here anymore.
And
And
Edith hit a pan.
I
That'll,
hit
but that'll bloody learn him.
Is it closed now?
cleansing, and
We're like 89% sure it's totally closed.
it's not open.
It's not open.
It's not currently open.
If you're not open, you're closed.
Unless you're dead.
Can I see the crystal, please?
Do you
Yes, of
think-
course.
Do you think he's dead?
Do we think who's dead?
It's the little man.
He hands it back to Rose.
Peter?
It's
Fine.
not as strong, but you still see radiation coming
should we
out from
go
the
talk-
area.
To the neighbor, maybe? Because was the kid because the kid
But the animal was from there. But
from
no,
the animals were from the neighbors, right?
but the squirrel was here, and then the squirrel talked to the girl, and then the girl sent a pack of them at him. But I think that
don't
the
think
magic
the squirrel has a
girls,
physical address that it abides by.
they are
Ask Gabby.
they are lawless beasts.
Is the magic still seeming to like just be emanating from this house, or is it from like a part of the yard, or has it moved at all?
No, you can't be sure. It's not that you can pinpoint that much, but it seems to line up with it still emanating from where it originally was. Hasn't seemed to shift or anything. It just seems to be a lot less strong, but still.
Right, like that it's
Yeah.
closed, but it might still be a thin spot between here and there.
Well, did you actually see the portal close?
It
You
got
said
really
it's closed.
I did
I
see
said
it,
I said it was closing.
But then I wrote the note. Oh shit!
Go back. I smell gas. Come on, Edith.
Michael says, "Let's go see if coffee will sober up a dragon and come back at full force."
I can get him.
We could just try this, and Edith just like smacks Rory.
Oh, I don't.
He's like, why'd you hit me?
I
I do this in
didn't expect that.
right, which was why I thought it might work.
Roll a weird, Edith.
Sorry, I didn't. I assumed like you're a dragon. I didn't think that would really hurt.
Well, not physically.
That's a 7.
It does. You do seem to be more sober, Rory.
Hi.
In fairness, in the sense of since I realized that was impulsive and kind of mean, I could have warned you. Next time I am off my rocker, feel free to smack me.
Well, no.
Yes.
But if I did that, then what if I smacked you too hard and then you died, and then our whole deal thing was off?
Okay, well then tell Rose to do it.
Rose, can you smack her for me if she's going mad?
If she's going totally insane, we'll talk about it.
All right, we got a deal. I feel weird.
How will you tell?
Oh,
Okay,
Is it
that's
important right now?
it's rude.
all right. So
It is rude, but kind of fair too.
If I ever say I actually want magic again, you'll know I'm completely off my rocker. I'm not.
Yeah,
trying-
that was
it's
like
your fault.
wild.
So what are we doing now? What's the plan?
Well, we think we closed it, but apparently we didn't because we didn't pay attention long enough to watch it actually close.
Which definitely feels like an error in hindsight. Something that I can't. I'm struggling with why we did this.
I
I
mean,
rang the bell and everything.
You put a note.
do you want to? Should I be a rat again?
Are you
That's-
sober enough to be a rat again?
I don't know. I'm like mostly here, I think.
Okay, well,
Can you? Why? Well,
we can try going. We can go to coffee. How about this? We go to coffee.
Hmm.
It's like 15 minutes away, and then we come back.
Like just in a completely situation agnostic way, I approve of going to get coffee.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Because Mike seems to really want to go to coffee, so I'm wondering if Mike knows.
I want to see if
place.
coffee sobers up a dragon.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see that as well.
To coffee it is.
So you drive to Baba Java. You all get your usuals. Rory, you can roll another weird after you've had your. I'm assuming you have your pink coffee.
The
Yeah,
dragon
that's-
fruit drink, obviously.
Do they still have the pink coffee after the
If they
reordering of the
didn't,
universe?
if they didn't, I've already pitched it to Nat and like tried to describe the flavor, and I bet she like did her best. Okay, that's 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, yeah, you're sobered up now. On a
Oh,
somewhat related note, I think any place that serves like either ice cream or frozen custard, and you can get mix-ins, so you get whatever kind of mix-ins you want. If all you order is just the plain vanilla custard, that should be called the sociopath. Because anybody who, with all the options available, just wants plain vanilla custard, that's sociopathic behavior. So,
I need to know, was that Bill just telling us that right now, or was Mike over in the corner of Baba Java like laying out his
all me.
theory? Okay.
Fun
my
fact,
in-laws, I love them to death, but they just go. They go to this frozen
Going to
custard place.
Cold Stone
and
for
just-
some good
just-
old vanilla, you know?
Yeah, it's like I'll have 1 scoop sociopath and 2 scoop sociopath for my in-laws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rory's like, come back to. Okay, all right. We're feeling good here. I don't know. Are we that stressed? Is this like some?
really. I mean, it seemed perfectly natural, right? He just like left when you asked him to leave.
Oh, he was a little arsehole though.
My only concern is like, okay, so Gabby, she just wants to talk to birds, and
Mhm.
Sandra just seems like she wants friends. But that little kid who got to the roof,
Jawan,
that
He was-
seems real dangerous.
pretty
and
cool though. If he felt like he was safe doing it.
Super cool, but like if he
Kids
does-
feel like they're safe doing anything. You don't.
Right,
Like
You're
if
good
he
around
really
here.
was really
You think he's
strong
gonna
and
fight?
stuff.
It doesn't matter if he's really strong if he can't survive a 3-story fall.
I'm pretty sure that the way to survive a 3-story fall is by being real strong. Like,
No,
That-
I believe you, but it's like, okay, say he does it, and then Gabby thinks, well, what if I can do it? And then she jumps.
oh, that's true. Kids
They're
are
children, they're
dumb,
just
aren't
gonna-
they?
One after another off a building.
We are
And
driving.
they're going
Back,
to lemming themselves.
we are driving back to the house now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Boy, not. See you soon.
Hi, Rory.
Uh, I've seen Nat played by 3 different people at this point, and you doing either Nat or you know our little sweet ghost girl are both
Yeah.
some of my favorite things.
Yep.
Anyway, okay. Moving.
So we go back to the house.
Mhm.
I guess we all need to go back in here and
I don't know. I mean, I can try and do it again. That'd be the least conspicuous.
That's true. Ferrari could get in there first and then be like, oh no, we need help.
okay. Except last time when Rory did this by himself, the fairy creature offered him food, and like a nincompoop, he ate it.
I did do that, but like, you got to be real. It was some really good smelling whiskey.
It doesn't matter. He could have owned your soul.
Do you know how rude I would have been if I hadn't taken it?
This is you got stuck in the coin.
No, Edith. Look, you got to understand. Fae are very big on hospitality. You got to be polite with them.
They're
Yeah,
evil.
but you
They're
can't eat their food. It's like the only rule of Fae fairy tales is don't eat their food.
And
I
that
think
don't go into
the
the
only
basement.
reason it doesn't own your soul right now is because Edith already does.
I don't like the way that sounds. I don't willingly. I don't-
I'm going by Fae rules, I'm saying.
So this means that if I were to try and sell my own soul for power, I'd just get it and they'd be right fucked.
Well, they'd get it after Edith no longer had
Yeah,
it.
let's not go down that path.
It's like creating a wait list of terrible people to have you.
Oh, so we just got to kill him. But sorry, well, this is a later plan.
We're not killing
This is a not right now problem.
This is
Hasn't done anything wrong. We just need it to go.
Well, he's given magical power to 5-year-olds. That's
Ooh, okay,
I
but
think
if I
kind of
were to go
almost
hand out guns to
incidentally.
5-year-olds, you'd be pretty upset with me, wouldn't you?
I would.
This
but
isn't that much different.
talking to Squirrels is very different from having.
Talking squirrels is different from a Glock.
Probably not to the guy who got bitten by a bunch of squirrels. I'd
He's-
rather go up against a 5-year-old with a gun than a
I
whole
just
horde
think
of
we
squirrels
don't go
coming after
into
me.
this ready to fight because one Fae is not usually just one Fae. I mean,
Okay.
every story is about how they're a little cluster, and you
We'll go
don't want to make one mad.
We can all go back in.
I was quite polite, but I was insistent though.
We will bring a cake. We have anything in here that resembles a cake?
We have a coffee.
Oh.
We can swing by a cake shop real quick if you think that'll help.
Sure.
I like the turn that this adventure is taking.
I feel like we should. Okay, we're gonna bring a cupcake. We're gonna offer it. Should he be there? And be like, please take this gift and leave.
That's smart. That's a good plan.
Okay. You
And if
swing
you-
by, grab a box of cookies for the kids, and a bunch of cupcakes.
and a little bit of ice cream for Rory.
Just plain vanilla.
Just a plain vanilla one.
Not
And a small sociopath.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's against my characterization of him. He has had to be told very directly what the right thing to do is often.
Not
We
anymore.
come back with a cupcake and cookies and ice cream.
No.
You go and
Daycare lady's like, why are you taking a cake to fix a gas leak?
you hand Margaret the box of cookies so she can distract the kids. She lets you go back down to the basement.
Awesome.
Is the window
This is
open?
Michael's first time in the basement.
Mhm.
What's that?
Is the door open again?
It seems to be open a little bit wider than when you left.
Oh,
When
come
you first came in there, but when it was closing, now it seems to be have opened up some.
All right. Rose, Rory, by your powers combined, I believe in you.
Let's do this,
Oh.
Rory.
Can,
Oh, wait,
can
no.
we take? Do
Oh.
we have time to do some big magic? Do we think that like applying more concerted effort, taking time, draw circles, stuff like that, could increase the efficacy?
I
Sure.
think so. But
Okay.
can we take the cake through the hole first?
Yeah, if it's opened enough to put the cake there, let's write an apology note. Put it
No,
on the cake.
not an apology note. We're taking
Uh,
my note and we're putting it on top of it.
A reconciliation note.
Rory, you can stick your note underneath Edith's, like, get out of here note.
The whiskey is quite nice, even if it was a little rude to try and control my brain with it, but I don't hold it against you. Like I said, Kansas cornfield, no harm, no foul there. Please stay away from children and homes. Signed, me.
Me.
You don't want to give me your name.
Pushes it through with the iron thing.
You
And then-
notice if you turn around, Mike has the sawed-off shotgun just pointed towards the portal.
Edith does turn around.
Hustle
This is
button
no
into your
hospital.
shirt.
I'm standing right here, Mike.
It's not pointed right at you. It's you're clear of it.
I'm just saying, was that like stuffed in your pants?
How did you get that in here?
It's only like that long.
Okay, it's the
It was
sawed
bigger
off-
than your other guns, though.
We're gonna get
Um,
this
Do
down.
the magic.
All right, well, let's sit down and do some big magic. Awesome, good. 13.
Yeah. 12. Again, we're on a 12 streak.
Okay.
Cool. We
You-
take our time. We're very careful.
He's got some powdered iron filings that you brought with you, and you spend some time drawing a circle. And after about an hour, you two finished your casting, and you check, and there is no more hole in the veil. And you see little remnants of magic just kind of slowly dissipating. Like it's not going to immediately end, but you can tell the source is gone.
Well, all right. That's like the least dramatic shite that's happened to us in a while. And we got some good booze.
We're not drinking that. We're
Why
giving
not?
it to Gerald, and he's going to tell us what it is. Because what if it gives Goatman your soul?
It's,
Then the Fae are after me so that they can have your soul.
first of all, they don't even have access to over here anymore. Secondly,
Through
if
this
they
Through that
really-
hole,
Through this whole door, probably more. That is the point of this episode. Literally. The world broke, and now stuff is coming through.
I would like to counterpoint that it was very good.
It was also very good.
tell you what,
Let's see if the kids still have superpowers.
I'm pretty
Boy.
sure Jason has a well-stocked bar. Why don't we go home and have a celebratory drink of good stuff that isn't from Fae who are willing to expose children to dangerous magic?
Oi, totally. After we make sure they're not X-Men anymore.
I feel like we can let them keep their squirrel powers.
I'm pretty down
No,
with the
I'm
squirrel
down.
thing. That one kid was pretty hype though.
Let's go
Maybe.
check.
You go look at them through the crystal. They're glowing, just not nearly as strongly as they were. But you can
Ooh,
tell.
I wonder if that means that the powers will fade or that they've got tinier versions of their powers now.
Oh, I hope they got to keep a little bit. Just
That would be best if they had just like slight powers. Like if it was just like I could only talk to squirrels. But like that's the only power. Or like
some
I'm
just really
I'm professional football player strong, not like Captain
America.
yeah, Captain America strong, you know. I was trying to come up with who was the Mr. Fantastic was who I was reaching for. But anyway, yes.
He wasn't really strong. He could stretch.
No, that was his wife. He was really strong.
No, his
No.
wife was
Mr.
invisible.
Incredible.
Mr. Incredible. That one. Am I drunk?
I just feel like you really went on a journey there.
Oh. All right, so you all head back to the compound.
Yeah.
And
We'll check up on those kids later too, see how they're doing.
I hate to keep creating new problems for us.
No.
That could be long term, but there you have.
No,
There you go.
It's great. Tiny little mutants. Little like
Adorable X-Men.
adorable mini X-Men. And I would like to find whiskey, and I'd like to compare scents till I find one that maybe is on par.
It's close enough.
You find one that's close, but
Oh man,
it's
but
hard
that
to
stuff's
beat
real good.
Fey magic whiskey.
All right, I'm gonna put Gerald, seeing if without direct Fey interference, if I can drink this without consequence.
Not without consequence.
Okay, how
Maybe Gerald could figure out how to make a taste alike.
or just like how to make this, but it just makes people nice to us instead of that one Fey. I mean, that's like a little bit of a weird thing to say. Like, I wouldn't want to just go using that stuff willy-nilly, but save the world situations, you know?
Jug of date rape drugs.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I mean, essentially that was the implication I was worried about.
Yeah.
This would have been really useful when we had to fight Jason, though. So
Super would have been, yeah. That's what,
So
that
that's
was what I
another
was
project you
thinking.
can study, because you also notice this jug doesn't empty. You can keep pouring out of it. So.
Oh my
But
god,
right
can
now
you
it has
imagine
is-
all the
Right
can you
now, it
imagine
has
all the
Fey-
bloody wounds that we could clean with it?
Right now, all it is Fey, mind control juice. So I'm not sure if you want to actually use it. So.
I was
Was it-
gonna say I don't want my wounds cleaned with Fey mind control.
I was gonna say that feels like it would have some very different implications.
I just want to know, like, whose mind it controls right now. Is whoever offered it to you, or is it that one specific thing?
I'll let the permanent keeper deal
All
with that.
All right, sounds good.
Toss that hand grenade in his lap.
He's gonna have some interesting stuff to come back to when DM
Yeah.
is here. He's got a couple of situations for us to follow up on.
Well, some of these could be anybody wants to follow up on. Some of these they're not
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
earth-shaking, but that's all I have for tonight, everybody.
Ah,
Blah,
we all
blah.
have good drinks, and I finished my ice cream.
Thank you all for watching. It was a shorter episode tonight.
Yes.
But we have a great audience. We're so glad you guys decided to join us live. You're always welcome to. We are sort of tweaking the chat to try to make it so that people can participate a little bit more, but also we're kind of focused on just trying to deliver you guys good stories. So if there are monsters that we are bringing up that you guys are like, ooh, I like that, or if there are particular myth traditions that you would like us to explore, let us know, because the whole concept of this season 2 is that we basically kind of broke open the metaverse, the multiverse, all the
metaverse. Zuckerberg
Not the
is
metaverse.
doomed.
We don't want anything to do with the metaverse. All the other verses, however, fair game.
All of them everywhere all at once.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good one. Good reference.
Excellent. So drop it in the chat as you're watching us. You can message me. I'm Chloe Liz 05 in all the socials. L is also active on socials at Fateful L in a lot of places.
Fateful Designs.
Fateful Designs. Is that where you would like people to contact you?
Yes, that's the easiest one.
Perfect. And then I think if I remember correctly, I am keeping next week. Wow. I'm scheduled to keep next week, but fingers crossing that I'm not going to be traveling. So, but after this very delightful light episode, I have something darker planned for the group. So this was a great springboard. We are here most Tuesdays, weather, health, and work permitting. And if we're not here, feel free to catch up on, there's like over 100 hours of our adventures on YouTube.
Yeah,
We have
pretty.
little playlists, so you can either watch the main arc or you can watch various characters. But yeah, thanks so much. It was lovely to see everybody, and we will see you guys next week, assuming I'm not traveling.
Yeah, sorry for the spotty schedule lately, guys. We're gonna get back in that groove. Get back in that groove.
We now have longer days. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Mhm.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a great night. Thanks so much.
Good night,
Night,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
If I can push the right button.
Just gonna